Okay, these are several different guns, but guess what? They're all interchangeable. This is a 357. This is a 38. This is a 357. Now, the beauty of these guns is they will all take 38 special. The only one that will not would be, or the only one that will not take 357 would be Yellow Boy here, the 1866. It's only meant for 38s. Now, you can run 38s through 357. It's got lighter recoil, and it's usually readily available. The 357 packs a lot more punch, higher velocity round. But if you just want to practice on a cheap, use the 38s, and then if you got home defense, you use the 357 Magnums, because I assure you there's a big difference. But anyway, these are all Maruku. Well, the top two are Maruku Winchester lever actions, handmade by the samurais in Japan, and these are flawless. I'm talking about the smoothest actions you've ever seen. Attention to detail like no other. The wood is always just gorgeous. I'm sorry mine's not polished right now. Got a little slack because he's been hanging on display. But this is a Ruger 357 with, real grips. Those are not the fake knockoffs. This is pre-60 stuff where you can still buy the, bone grips like that. Anyway, so if you ever came down to it and you couldn't find your 357 ammo at the store because it's all been bought out, you can still use 38. And that's why I recommend getting a pistol and a rifle that share the same ammo or any combination thereof. Because when the doo-doo hits the fan and you can't get ammo, like right now, and you need to borrow a box of ammo, you don't really have much choice. You got to go with what you can get. So I highly recommend a versatile gun. You don't need a black cheap plastic gun that shoots 40 or 10 millimeter or some just weird 5.7, something that they, unless you're hand loading, you're not going to find it at the gas station, or some farmer's not going to have it. You need to stick with regular the old calibers, 308, 357s, the standard past proven ammunition that is readily available at all times. A lever action is so much more effective and such a tack driver with minimal recoil. Anybody can shoot one. They hold 11 or 12 rounds. You can use it shoots a pistol round in a carbine. You cannot beat the accuracy and the minimal recoil, and they're so fun to shoot and easy as all get out to clean and take apart. As well as revolvers, they don't leave brass behind in case you're worried about somebody finding your brass. Having wheel guns are very effective. Now I also I do prefer my automatics, my Tommy guns, and my 45 ACPs, but if it comes down to it, I'm definitely packing these bad boys in my bug out kit, along with several thousand rounds. Anyway, the quality, let's just go with Yellow Boy for now. This is a Maruku. I mean, granted I've polished it and mine's tricked. It's not like what you're going to get at the store, because you're going to get it with the Cosmoline and everything else, but mine's like a mirror, and just, yeah, dude, if you want yours to look like that, send it to me. I'll charge you a pretty penny, but you're not going to beat that. Yes, you can see yourself in it. There's not even a scratch. Thank you, Navy and the Citadel, for teaching me how to polish brass. They also make this in a 4440, which I would love to get a hold of. And then we got the 357, also made by Maruku. Now, this bluing is phenomenal. I don't know how else to describe it. Just notice the fitment in the wood. There's no cracks. It doesn't look like it was a Pinto put together in Detroit. I mean, these Japanese guys go through, they take pride in their work, but every bit of the fitment is perfect. And the levers is you have no idea how smooth. It's like butter. And any kid can pick one of these up and shoot it. So if you have a family and you need to teach your son or daughter how to shoot effectively, this is a very safe weapon. It's been, proven throughout time. Well, hell, that's an 1866. I mean, what else do you need to say? And I'm still using it, and I can, my God, I could pick the wings off a gnat's ass at 100 yards with it. I highly recommend, the 1866 Winchester Maruku Browning. It's all three. Lever action. It is a Winchester registered firearm, even though it's made in Japan. But they do, a Henry's nothing compared to these. It's just chintzy. I mean, if it's like going to I don't know, a Ferrari car show and you're driving one of those like Fiero Lamborghini kit things. You look like a chump. Show up with the proper firearms and, you might get somewhere. And you damn sure don't want to go click when it's supposed to go bang or bang when it's supposed to go click. These are by far the most reliable weapons, and the craftsmanship is just second to none. Now, the only other gun I would recommend that looks close if you can't afford a Maruku would be a Rossi. The Rossi did a really good job at copying it. I just don't own one because if you're going to spend money on one, is you get the best, and that way you retain the money you put into it. As long as you keep them spotless and clean and service them, and you will have no trouble getting more than what you paid for it out of it. It's also an investment. It's like investing in something you get to play with. I mean, these are shooters, but mine are, look like the day they came off the showroom floor. Actually look a lot better because I polished them all out and tricked them. But yeah, if you got any more questions, let me know. This is just some ideas out there. You guys, you know what's coming. Defend your families, get the ammo, get everything ready, because the peaceful protesters might decide to be peaceful in your yard, and you might have to defend your family. Make sure you got ammo, and you can pull a Kyle Rittenhouse on him. He's a hero, by the way. Anyway, I will be featuring other guns, such as a Tommy gun, the 338 Lapua Ruger. I don't know. I've been using the Ruger AR-15 gas impingement system versus the other system. I'm just a huge fan of the Rugers. They are, they're great, very innovative company. Also, one of these doesn't, it doesn't hurt to have one of these. I don't even know if they're legal, but when you that gets people's attention. But yeah, anyway, that's what I'd recommend. I mean, the AR thing's overrated. It's a noisemaker. It's super loud. Wood and metal is classy. It's it's just it's the next level. You don't have to look like the wannabe Rambos that show up at the gun show in camouflage with their suspenders on. All the wannabe military types. I mean, they don't know what they're talking about. You want beautiful wood and flawless seams between the metal and the wood, or the brass in this case, and the wood. And if you know anything about how the Japanese make samurai swords, they take pride in their work and craftsmanship. I wish we still had that in America more, but unfortunately we have a bunch of what are they called? The trophy kids. That get, everybody gets a trophy, even though your work sucks. And that's not what I believe in. I want craftsmanship and reliability and something that's been proven, well, since the 1800s, obviously. Any more questions, DM me.